actually enjoy reading. A lot of people my age claim to say they don't, but I don't believe that. Books, if you get invested enough, although emotionally traumatizing and endlessly frustrating, are in my opinion the most engaging form of solitary entertainment. You put a part of yourself into the books you love. You personalize them and make the characters your own and love them like you'd love to never go to school. You love the protagonists and love to hate the antagonists. You admire the heroes for their determination and roll your eyes at the villains' schemes. How you see the characters in the books you read and what you think of them can say a lot about yourself. That being said, I've picked some characters from novels I have read that were the most evocative and that I imagine will stick with me for a long time. The first character, a man with traits I truly admire, ended up dying at the end of the story. He was a sacrificial hero, something I don't feel the need to be, but would still like to see more of myself in him. Randall Patrick McMurphy is his name, and he's from Ken Kesey's book One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. When I read the book, I often wondered what he was thinking, because I'm sure at times he was scared, but he never showed it. I've heard a quote that says, "Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something else is more important than fear." Based off of this definition, I think McMurphy shows great courage, and I think it'd be nice to take risks more often. McMurphy is also very driven and determined to prove the nurse wrong and show that the inmates can be fixed. I love that. I think proving people wrong is a very important thing in life. It may sound bad, but it gives me extra satisfaction knowing that I achieved something when someone thought I couldn't. Another thing I admire about McMurphy is his deviousness. He was a full-grown, 6 foot tall ginger man who tormented the nurse like a toddler would torment a babysitter. However, everything he did was calculated and intentional, which made him so good at getting his way. The antics he pulled on the ward were comical, and I think that type of funny yet intelligent deceit is something I'd like to be able to use if I wanted to. Not all of the characters that left an impression on me are in a positive way. A character I hope I am never like is Dorian Gray from Oscar Wilde's The Picture of Dorian Gray. He is such a dreadful character in my opinion. The combination of him and Lord Henry, along with Basil's squishy spinelessness, made me question if I just flat out hated Oscar Wilde. How could he come up with such irritating characters without being irritating himself? I understand that kids or teenagers are supposed to be more impressionable than adults, but realistically, I hope I'm able to always notice when someone is a bad influence on me. I hope I realize it and cut them out of my life before they turn me into a person I don't want to be. Not only was Dorian a character I would not like to be in the beginning of the novel, he just got worse as the story progressed because of the corruption. I agree with Wilde's opinion that pretty people have it easier in life, but if I were as attractive as Dorian Gray supposedly was, I like to think I wouldn't use it as an excuse to cop out, give the bare minimum effort, and be an overall subpar person. Dorian lost all sense of conscience by the end of the book, and I hope I never become that morally lost. I understand that the lines between right and wrong are fuzzy sometimes, but Dorian went completely to the dark side because he didn't have a sense of himself. So he took on Lord Henry's awful opinions and turned them into his own. So Dorian Gray is someone I would not like to see in myself. McMurphy is someone I would like to see in myself. And then there's Holden Caulfield from The Catcher in the Rye, a character I already see in myself. Holden left an impression on me because he had such a hard time facing the fact that he is growing up, and as a senior in high school right now, with literally days left that I can count on my fingers, I am facing that reality too. I just hope I can handle it better than Holden did. I hope to continue reading throughout the rest of my life and continue to learn from the characters in the books I read, just like I have learned from McMurphy, Dorian, and Holden. What's wrong?